sports and school activities, but it is the best job in the world. Elisia is also a part-time student working towards a nursing degree, which has been a lifelong goal and dream. She has taught preschool for many years before deciding to work part-time in order to be at home with her kids. This is where Pipe Dream Plumbing came into her life. She has worked for the company for a little over a year to help the business grow, and that's what brings her here today. Let's welcome Elisia.
Okay, so as you know, I am not the plumber, so I'm not going to stand up here and demonstrate how to clean a drain or anything, but I'm hoping to just give you some ideas on some easy plumbing maintenance that you can do to your home, maybe some things to avoid, and just some fun facts. And so I hope by the end of my presentation that you have learned at least one new thing that you didn't already know. First, I'm going to talk about a very busy room in everyone's house, which is the bathroom. The average person will spend 3 years on the toilet in their lifetime. So, long time, 3 years. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, since we're going to spend 3 years in there, we're going to learn a little bit about that. Does anyone know what is safe to flush and what is not safe to flush? Can we flush anything? No. Is it a toilet? Is it a garbage can? No. The only thing that we should be flushing is human waste and toilet paper. That is it. Too many people, even feminine hygiene products that say flushable, they are not flushable. Wipes, they say flushable, not flushable. Those are huge, and floss, huge things that are found when the plumbers go out. Jason found recently there was a package of a toilet, and there was just this huge chunk of floss that he pulled out. And the same thing, with feminine hygiene products. Those are awful, awful, awful for your toilet. They actually, a plumber joke is that a plumber actually created the flushable wipes because it creates business. Yes, right. There's a little bit of maintenance that you can do in your bathroom, say for your bathroom sink. Everybody has in your bathroom sink a pop-up plunger, which is the thing, at the back of your sink, you pull it up and it will stop your sink. So sometimes that all of a sudden smells horrible, and you're like, what is that horrible smell? And it's that actual plunger that is in the sink. If you pull that out, it's just usually caked with black, gross looking awful. I've seen a lot and nothing grosses me out, but that's yuck. It's like soap and hair and just lots of yucky stuff. So it's really super easy. You go under your sink, and you'll see the drain, and there's a little knob, which there's no name, it's just a knob. You can unscrew that, and that will in turn let you to pull up that pop-up plunger, and then you just clean it off. Super duper easy. You should do that at least 2 times a year. It's gonna not only make it so it doesn't stink, but you're also not gonna get the slow draining sink, because it could be something as simple as that. It's just so gunked up with stuff. And then also if you've cleaned that out and you still smell stuff, you can put a little bit of vinegar down there, and that should hopefully, now you're going to smell like vinegar, but it's going to be better than that yucky black stuff. So since we're talking about the bathroom, I wanted to give you some fun facts. That toilet paper was created in 1857 by a man named Joseph Gaetti in the United States. And before toilet paper, they used a lot of not very pleasant sounding items like sticks, rocks, their hand, maybe some sheep's wool, corn on the cob. Yep, that was another one. Leaves. Yes, a lot of things that makes me very thankful for toilet paper. Approximately 810 rolls of toilet paper can be produced from one tree. About 384 trees will be used to make toilet paper for one person in their lifetime, which is a lot. That's a lot of trees. An average person uses 100 rolls of toilet paper a year, which a lot of people, a lot of people use way too much toilet paper. You know, you don't, way too much.
Girls use more, correct?
Correct. Yes, girls still use more. You don't want to be killing quite as many trees as me.
We're a little less low maintenance.
Right. But interesting enough, there's
Proper blame here. Proper blame.
right. Okay. There's 4 billion people in the world who do not use toilet paper. So actually 70% of the total population on Earth do not use toilet paper, which is, that's crazy to think only 30% actually use toilet paper. Most people use too much toilet paper and are very wasteful. Did you know that every time you flush the toilet, you are wasting, or you're using 3 gallons of water? That's a lot of water just to flush down the drain. They say, I have a really hard time with this, but they say that if it's yellow, let it mellow and not flush every time. But I have a hard time with that. But that's what they say. Okay, so now we'll talk about the shower. Sometimes you start to lose water pressure coming out of your shower head. And it could be something as simple as you just have mineral deposits on the head. And so, you know, you're trying to scrub it off. What you can do is you can fill like a Ziploc bag with vinegar and just kind of tie it over the head and let it soak overnight. And then in the morning, you should be able to take a cloth or soft toothbrush and clean that off. And that should help tremendously with the water that's able to come through. You should always make sure you have that little strainer over your drain as well, because lots of hair especially can get stuck down there, and that's going to cause your pipes to clog, and then you're going to need a plumber. And so that's something that's very important. And make sure you clean that out often as well. Little drips from your that you notice from your faucet, you think, oh, well, that's annoying. But it's really important if you have a leaky faucet that you get it fixed, whether you have to call somebody out or you just have to tighten it, because a leaky faucet that drips once per second can waste more than 8 gallons of water a day, which is a lot. You just think it's a little tiny drip. So next, we're going to move on to the kitchen. Another area is the kitchen sink, and that's the garbage disposal, which people used to think of it as the garbage dispose all, and you can just shove everything down there, which is so not true. You really shouldn't be putting much down there at all. It should just be maybe a little bit of random food that's left. You should just scrape everything off into the trash can, because you're just going to cause your sink to, your drain, everything, your pipes just to get backed up, and then you're going to have problems and need a plumber to come out and fix it. Like especially stringy kinds of food, that's awful, because it's just not even going to get ground up. It's just going to go straight through, and then it's just going to get caught in there. Grease, no grease ever. Sometimes they say, oh, well, if you leave your water running, hot water, it'll flush out. It's not going to flush all the way out, and all it's going to do is it's just going to stop, and it's going to solidify in there. And then your pipes are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until you have now a problem on your hands. So no grease ever.
I agree with that.
And even, they say, even like, you dump your grease out and then you think, oh, okay, well, now I can rinse out my pan. Well, you should even still be taking like a paper towel and wiping it as much out as you can from your pan. So let's see. So now, well, I said you can't put anything down, but I mean, eggshells, fibrous items, fruit, veggie skin, basically don't put anything down there. Just a few things when you rinse off your plate. And if your garbage disposal starts to smell, a great thing to do is ice and lemon juice. Grind it up, no water, and then just let it sit. And then a couple hours later, come back and then turn the water on and let it run a little bit, and that should take care of the smell for you. 1 minute? Thank you. Oh, that went by quick. Okay, so I think I'll save some other things for next time then. Does anybody have any questions?
Since you talked about putting vinegar down the drain, can something in case we can't get a hold of you that helps with the plug drain?
Sure.
It's vinegar and baking soda.
Vinegar and baking soda.
The reaction together helps open up a drain, and I do it every once in a while just to kind of clean it out.
The other thing is Drano, and like those kinds of things that you find at Home Depot and stuff are not good for your drains. You know, people say to pour them down, or the environment, and what it does is it actually causes your pipes to swell. So probably another. Lots of plumbers invented. The garbage disposal is another joke. That's a plumbing invention as well. Plumbers.
You said lemon juice in the garbage disposal. I usually put like half a lemon down as well. Is the rind not good? The rind
is not good, because that's what I've heard that before a lot of times too, but it's not good. We have, which in my gift basket is an all natural alternative to Drano, but you can only get it from plumbers. You can't get it anywhere else, and it's all natural stuff that you should be putting down once a month. So. Thank you.